Hello boys and girls, how are you all? Lovely to see you. I thought, being as we're all stuck at home, I would show you some of the pets that we live with in my house. This is Keith. Keith's a boa constrictor. He's a snake. He's very friendly. He's 6 foot long, which is much bigger than me. And Keith's non-venomous, which means that if he bit me, it wouldn't harm me. Keith's a reptile and he's cold-blooded, so we need to keep him warm when he lives with us. So he lives in a vivarium and it's got a heat lamp in it, and the heat lamp keeps him warm. Keith is about 4 years old, so he's probably the same age as some of you boys and girls. But he can live for quite a long time. He can live for about 30 years. He's got a jaw, so his jaw is lined with tiny little hooked teeth, but he doesn't have fangs like a venomous snake would have. In the wild, Keith would eat things like birds or monkeys or wild pigs, and his jaws would stretch really wide so that he would swallow his prey whole, so he doesn't chew it up like you and I do. They can smell using their noses, and they can use their tongue to wave the scent back into their mouths so that they know where their predators are or where their prey is. They don't eat as often as you and I do. They only eat about every 2, 3, 4 weeks. They don't eat much at all. And it takes time for them to digest their food, for it all to get into their system. Boas are solitary, which means that they like to live by themselves. And he's quite happy living on his own here. They're nocturnal. Don't know if any of you can remember what nocturnal means. It means that they only wake up at night. So they're asleep during the day and they wake up at night. And at night time, that's when they go and find their prey so that they can eat. Keith is covered in scales. Don't know if you can see them from there. And they're quite smooth. And his body is actually really quite squishy. So he's lovely and soft to touch. And actually, he's been sleeping in his water just recently. He's got a big water bowl in his vivarium, and he's just come out of his water bowl. So he's actually feeling really quite cold at the moment. So I think we'll say goodbye to Keith, and we'll go and put him back in his vivarium. And I'll show you something else another day. Okay? Nice to see you boys and girls. Bye-bye.